I will expose some dirty secrets that many installers use when they do your installations. They didn't forget to tell you, they just chose not to. So across Nigeria today, solar is booming. Of course, you know that. Panels are everywhere. Inverters are flying off the shelves and installation is happening daily. Yet the crises for help are getting louder and sometimes it's getting deafening. System fail within months, battery die before the first year. Homes are forced back into the loud, expensive roar of generator noises. Now most people think it's just bad luck or the Nigerian factor. That is not it. Now welcome to The Surge. This is Light Touch Solar Animations and we are breaking down solar power systems into simple stories so that you actually understand the heartbeat of your system. Now in the next few minutes, I'm going to explore the dirty secret behind many solar installations, the part that you may never have seen before, the math that was never explained, the damage you only discover when the lights are out. Now before we dive into the how and the why, here are a few takeaways that I want to leave you with. A solar system is an ecosystem. It is not a grocery list. Solar does not fail, the initial mass does. Cheap components are silent killers that steal power before it reaches your bulb. Now if you're already finding this helpful, please like this video. It helps this solution to reach other homeowners who are currently struggling in the dark looking for real answers. And the first dirty secret is that most installers are flash sales. They use speed over structure. Think of it like a tailor sewing a suit without taking a single measurement. He just looks at you and starts cutting the fabric. I know you must have seen one or two instances or memes on the internet just like this. It looks like it's okay on the hanger, but in the moment you try to move your body around that cloth that you were not sized for, one button removed, it tears and almost everything goes bad. Installers want to finish fast and move on to the next job and collect fast payment. Now what's the result? No proper site assessment, no load audit, etc. Now a rush system may work today, but it's a ticking time bomb for tomorrow. Now the second secret is load calculation is often a game of close enough. It's always close enough, as if they are doing mathematics and they are in math class. They are trying to round up. We don't do round up in solar. We take exact systems and then we add buffer so that for extra protection. But if you ask an installer, why don't you have this? He will start telling you some stories that you cannot even understand. You ask an installer, or an installer asks, what do you have? You mention a fridge, some TVs, everything else, the fans, the phones, the chargers, the microwave you use is just for a minute or it is ignored. This is trying to run a marathon while breathing through a straw. Now on paper, you have lungs. In reality, there are not enough oxygen to survive that distance because the math wasn't done. Your battery drains faster, your inverter screams under heavy load, and the installer's only advice is reduce your usage. Don't plug that thing, don't plug this or that thing. However, you paid him to size all these systems so that you use all these things. Now, number 3, the cheap components are hidden inside complete systems. You see a shiny branded inverter on the outside, but inside the wall and behind the panels, they use undersized cables and weak breakers. Now imagine installing a high pressure V8 engine but using fuel pipes the size of a needle. The power is there, but it can't go through the wheel. It turns heat and then it creates resistance and eventually things start burning. I've seen this with my own eyes. You don't need all these things, but you must ensure that they are done correctly, because that is what you paid for. Now, the fourth silent secret is battery abuse starts from the hour one. Wrong charge settings and poor ventilations are the norm. Think of your battery like a high performance athlete being forced to sleep on a sauna. They might perform a week, but they collapse long before their time. Batteries don't naturally die in Nigeria. They are pushed to death by installers who don't configure the brain of the system correctly. Now, the fifth secret: turning on the lights is not a test. Most installers consider the job done the moment bulb glows. Usually, when they are doing the connection, their mind is beating for new installers, and then when they want to test the system, it's as if something evil wants to happen, and immediately they turn down the switch, light comes, they'll be like, thank God this system is working. But that is not the whole thing. That the bulb is shining does not mean that the whole system is working perfectly. But there is no stress test, there is no night load stimulation. It's like buying a car and only idling the engine on the driveway. If we are only driving it just for, say, 2 kilometers, it may not actually test the real worth of that engine. Hope you understand. Now, it sounds great until you hit the highway and the transition cables, they fail. Reliability isn't measured in the first 5 minutes. It's measured in the first 5 months. I know some installers will not want to subscribe to this channel or like this video,